playoff basketball here on 2K Sports. Game 2, we're bringing it to you live. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. So let's take a look at Pittsburgh's starting lineup. We've got Drew Holiday. He's out there with Derrick Rose, and it's Hill in at the small forward. And for Kansas City, we've got Dwight Howard, and it's Jordan in at the shooting guard position. Taking a look at Pittsburgh. So it's Pittsburgh with it. Jordan against Holiday. Nowitzki. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, you just have to love the heart of Nowitzki, hitting the glass hard, snagging those second chance buckets.
Here's Jordan. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
Here's Hill. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Outside O'Neal. Inside. And the basket by West.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Holiday. Down low. Over to the left wing. And there's the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rose can't connect.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
Here's Wilkins, guarded by Rose. O'Neal misses. For Pittsburgh, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Pass to Nowitzki. A minute 20 left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Holiday, the 3 is up. Hits a three-pointer.
What a smooth-looking opportunity. Holiday in rhythm right there.
For Kansas City, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. O'Neal with it. Pass to Wilkins. Here's West, guarded by Rose. Howard with a screen on Rose to the middle. Oh, got a piece of it. Outside, Hill. And there's the drive. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Now a timeout called by Kansas City. And this is who's leading the charge when it comes to rebounding here in the postseason. Number 1, Dwight Howard. Here's West, guarded by Rose. Inside, here's Howard. Randolph grabs a miss.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Nowitzki. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Affectionately known, Nowitzki, the 2011 NBA champion, will go down as one of the best shooters ever.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for 2, Trae Young.
this up.
Free throw's good. Young.
And Trae Young's attitude on the floor is so striking. He's got this unbreakable edge to him. He's super competitive and is ready to scrap with you.
And both free throws good for Young.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Here's Ginobili. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Young. Off target on the 15-footer.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Pittsburgh out in front. They're up by 4. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And here we go. The NBA Finals continue here on 2K Sports. And what stands out to you from Pittsburgh in this one?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Kansas City. Trailing by 4. We've got Trae Young, and it's Wilkins in at the 3. Pass to Hamilton. Towns on a screen. The 3 is up. 5 on the clock. Fires in the triple. Hamilton's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And for Pittsburgh, we've got Butler, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at point guard.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that 3-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
Now here's Young. Towns a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Young misses. Here's Ginobili. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Malone. And the layup is good off the glass.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
The Knights trail. Outside Young. Here's Wilkins. The rebound by Malone. Butler surveying the floor. To the paint. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Young with the block. A minute 22 left in the second period. Pass to Towns. Here's Hamilton. They set a pick. Goes up. And Kansas City misses again.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Butler. And he lobs it up top.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. The Knights have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Now a timeout called by Kansas City. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ballgame.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
Substitution on the court.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's West. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron.
There he is, showing off his low post skills. Go to work, young man.
Pass to Rose. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Knights.
Substitution on the court.
Here in quarter two, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's West, guarded by Rose. Here's West. And Kansas City misses again. Fires the three. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Pittsburgh out in front. They lead by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those degrees you have. Calculated degrees, very consistent approach, man. I'm telling you, man, just like you.
Yeah, you can't speed them up or slow them down.
Looking at the scenario for Pittsburgh, everyone is talking about their Game 1 victory. You think they can take the first 2 on the road?
Well, props to them for getting it done, and that first game especially. I think they can do it again, Ernie.
Well, they'll have to keep up that intensity, play sharp, and if they can, wow, headed home up 2-0. They'll be sitting in a great, great spot.
They would indeed. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And let's get you back to the action as Game 2 is getting underway. And so it's Kansas City with it. It's a 5-point game. We've got Dwight Howard, and it's O'Neal in at the power forward position. To the inside. Here's Jordan. Banked it in off the glass. Jordan's got his second bucket of the night.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And for Pittsburgh, Drew Holiday out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Malone in at the 5.
That's a complete effort. Stuck with his man, gets his hand up, and then he doesn't hesitate to finish the possession with the rebounding job.
Pittsburgh leading by 3. Rose with it. No points yet. Pass to Holiday. 6 to shoot. There's a screen. There's the 3. Counted from distance.
Well, if you know Drew Holiday, you know he is more than capable of knocking down these shots at a very high clip.
Here's Wilkins. Inside, here's West. He's off on the layup.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Hill, there's the block. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Oh, you could feel the playoff intensity in that block. He's playing some extra aggressive defense out there.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Knocks down the long J. And so here's Kansas City. They trail by 9. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Now a timeout called by Kansas City. Alexander's checked in for Holiday. The top scorers in the playoffs on our 2K leaderboard. Second, Derrick Rose.
Perfect time to take it to another level offensively. He's really carried them at that end.
Here's Howard. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's West. That one goes in.
Terrific placement on the bounce pass. Right where it needed to be.
Pittsburgh leading by 7. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Rose. Yes, on the jumper. Rose has got 5 now.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Here's Wilkins. Overhill. Wilkins, good. Wilkins has got his first 2 points.
Just deadly from mid-range. He's got such a great feel for that shot.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Gilgeous Alexander on the wing. Covered by Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. SGA working through contact inside.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Now a timeout called by Kansas City. .16 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Here's West, guarded by Rose. Here's Jordan. Misses off the left iron. And so it's Pittsburgh. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be right back with you shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Dwight Howard, and it's Jordan in at the 2. Pass to Malone. Over Howard. Malone can't get it to go. The Knights trail. And here's Jordan. Floats one. And he sinks the layup.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
And Rose has got the ball here for Pittsburgh. Here's Nowitzki from behind the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Jordan misses. Pittsburgh leading by 10. Hill finds Holiday. Here's Malone, guarded by Howard. They set the pick. On the wing, Holiday. to the wing, right side. Malone, pass to Nowitzki. Off the mark there with a three.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Pittsburgh.
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
So the first one drops, and that brings him within single digits. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And there's a minute 45 left in the final quarter. Rowe is outside. Here's Nowitzki. He's covered by O'Neal. And it's rejected. To the left side wing. Jordan, the pass to Wilkins. And he lays it up and in.
Got it in deep, and that's how you do it.
Pittsburgh leading by 6. There's a screen. To the wing on the left. Nowitzki. And the rebound goes to Kansas City.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Now here's Jordan. Got a hand on it. There's 53 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Baseline jumper. Howard grabs the miss. It's all come down to this. One critical possession.
And B.A., you can feel the intensity in this arena.
And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Yeah, this is the elevated energy level you expect in the postseason. Chasing down blocks and making an impact.
Jordan comes to help. It's stolen by Howard.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
They've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second team foul. Shooting for Pittsburgh.
First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. Pass to Wilkins, takes a 3. And it's Pittsburgh with a rebound. They've led by as much as 10. And an intentional foul right there.
Third team foul. At the line for Pittsburgh. Derek Rose. 2 shots.
Take a break. 3 shots.
He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over. They trail by 7. All right, guys, what's your take?
A lot to talk about here, but hey, this game is likely out of reach.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
And so here's Kansas City. 7-point differential.
At the line for Kansas City, Jerry West, taking 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he ends up making the second. And that trims the lead to 6. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul, 4th team foul. At the line for Pittsburgh, Drew Holiday, 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over. They're losing by 7. Guys, what do you think?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
Nine seconds left in the 4th quarter. And so they foul intentionally.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
For Pittsburgh, Dirk Nowitzki, taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point game here.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
And they've done it! They've won the NBA championship!
We'd like to thank you for coming out and supporting.
They go on the road and take care of business, and now the championship is theirs.
To be on the road, to silence the crowd, winning a championship with all of it on the line, what an incredible performance. Hats off to this team.
An incredible moment. You can see it in their faces. Forever known as NBA champions. And you can bet back home the celebration has started. Thanks for being a part of it with us all season long. It's the NBA on 2K Sports.